New tonight, the Justice Department will not launch investigations into nursing homes in New York and two other states over their response to the pandemic. Nursing homes across the U.S., including New York, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, accepted patients previously hospitalized for COVID in the early months of the outbreak. Critics say that decision exposed some of the country's most vulnerable to the virus. And tonight, growing reaction to the decision not to investigate at the highest level. NewsNation reporter McGee Hickey from our sister station WPIX in New York has the latest.
It's a narrowly defined victory for Governor Cuomo, the Justice Department deciding not to open a civil rights probe into COVID nursing homes in New York. Under President Trump's administration, the Civil Rights Division of the DOJ requested information last August from 4 states, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Michigan. The request came because of questions that those states may have worsened the COVID death toll by requiring nursing homes to accept residents who had previously been hospitalized for COVID. But in Friday's letter, a Deputy Assistant Attorney General said, quote, based on that review, we have decided not to open a CRIPA investigation of any public nursing facility within New York State at this time, referring to the Federal Civil Rights of Institutionalized Persons Act. Democratic strategist Basil Smikle.
Well, I think for the Cuomo administration, this is good news, but they're not out of the woods yet. This specific federal probe deals with a very specific piece of legislation, and the question was whether or not the administration violated the civil rights of institutionalized persons.
Similar letters were sent to officials in Pennsylvania and Michigan. More than 15,800 people have died in nursing homes and assisted living residences in New York.
It's clearly a situation where everybody's trying to make good decisions in the midst of a tragic and very difficult moment in history. But clearly, there were some decisions that were made that have upset the families of people who lost their lives in these nursing homes.
Some Republicans immediately called the Justice Department decision political, since it comes when a Democrat is now in the White House and the probe involved Democratic governors and could help Governor Cuomo if he decides to run for a 4th term.
I think Governor Cuomo thinks he can run for re-election. He probably feels he should run for re-election. He's still got a lot of support. So if I were to handicap it today, I would say yes, he's gonna run again, and he's gearing up to do so.
That was McGee Hickey reporting.